Guys, welcome back to the Robot Arm project. So today I want to do a little bit more on the incremental move absolute value thing, or absolute mode thing. So just a quick recap. So last time we talked about how there are two different ways that we can move. So one is called absolute, which is the way that we've been doing all the way through this semester, which is you tell your motor to go to a certain angle, and then whatever angle you give it, it just goes to that angle. Like if you told this claw go to 90, it just goes to 90. So that's very straightforward, very easy to understand, I think, right? So that's why we start with that. Now, last week we introduced this new mode called incremental, where you don't have to give it the exact angle you want it to go to. Instead, you say, how much do you want it to move by? So whatever angle this is at right now, like if we don't know, we don't have to care. All we have to say is like, okay, it looks like this. I want you to go +5. You just give it +5 and it just will move +5. So you don't have to worry about like what angle is it actually at, which makes programming the motors super easy, right? So let's just have the code from last time right here. Let's just make sure that this still works. All right, so here's my code here. And let's just take a quick look. So we have this claw position thing, right? So that keeps track of the position of the claw, because that's the one that we did. We did the claw motor. And because, again, we don't have to keep track of the claw position ourselves, but the code itself needs to keep track for us. So that's why we have this claw position variable here. All right, and then we have this claw move inc. That's our function to do the incremental move. So all we got to put in there is our increment angle. All right, and then in here it takes the claw position, whatever it's at, it is, and then it sets it equal to the claw position plus the increment angle. So this is how it actually, this line right here, line 29, this calculates the actual angle that it needs to give to the servo motor. Okay, these lines are just a couple print statements so that it can tell us some feedback as to what the new position is. And then claw motor without right. This is a command that we're all familiar with at this point, which is telling the motor to go to that updated position. Okay, so let's upload this and make sure that it still works. So I'm going to go ahead and upload. Okay, cool. Let's go to the serial monitor. All right, let's send a 3. All right, 4, 3, 4. All right, let's go 3, 3, 3, 3. And you can see my claw moving by 5 each time. 4, 4, 4 to open. There we go. And you'll see that you see these question marks here. I'm getting this right now. It seems like it's possible that there might be some noise on the communication lines, like this USB cable here. This USB cable is connected to a USB hub this time, so it's possible that's causing some noise. Kind of like when you're listening to the radio and it's kind of staticky, like the signal is not perfect. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. I could probably fix it by using a different serial port, but I'm just going to leave it as is. But in case you're wondering, like, what's up with all these question marks, that's probably what it is. All right, so going back here, I want to first, let's go ahead and make the increment stuff for all the motors. So I only have it for the claw position, right, or the claw motor right now, right? So I have the lift motor, extend motor, and the base motor. So let's start here with the base. So let's add in our position variables for all the motors. So int, I'll call this base motor position, equals, and I'm going to go with 90 again because 90 is the first position that the motor moves to whenever we give it power. All right, so we'll say base motor position starts at 90. And then int extend motor position starts at 90 as well. And then int lift motor position starts at 90 as well. Cool. So that was super easy, I think. Here, my editor's acting kind of weird here. Hold on. Let me just refresh this real quick. Okay. Cool. Base motor position, extend motor position, lift motor, and claw position. Alright, that's cool. Now let's go take this stuff here, void claw move inc, and we're going to do the same thing, but for the base motor. I'm going to paste it in, and let's call it base move inc, right? And instead of claw position, I have base motor position. Instead of claw position, base motor position. And then my new base motor position is, and then these two should be base motor position as well. Okay, cool. So that should be good. Let's just make sure that that works. So I'm gonna come down here. Where's my base motor? Here, ABC. Okay. So I'm gonna say if my letter equals D, then I want to do base, no, I want to do, what's it called? Base move inc. Base move inc, I'm going to say 5. So it's going to go +5 for the inc, for the base. And then if my letter equals E, then I go base move inc -5. Cool. So let's just make sure that this works. So D should move the base +5, E moves it -5. Should be okay. I think it was pretty straightforward, but I've made mistakes before, so we'll see. Cool. Okay. So it was D. Let's see. It's moving my claw. And E? Wait a second. You know what? Am I using the wrong commands here? If my letter equals D. Oh, you know what? This is, okay, E is doing this. See, I have E here and also E here. Alright, we should change this up now. So A, B, C, for the base motor. Alright, I'm going to change these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is A, B, C, D, E. That's fine. And then for the lift motor, let's change it to 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 5, 6, 7. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, sometimes you get confused. I had the same command doing 2 different things, so that's going to mess it up. Alright, so base motor. Okay, D should move the base motor +5. Let us see. D. Okay, I don't know if you're seeing this. It's moving the claw. So I have a bug. It's not working. I have a coding bug. Why is it not moving the base? The base should be moving, right? So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I'm doing D here. And then the base move ink. Let's see what's going on. Oh, look, I messed up. What needs to change? This needs to be base motor, right? That's why. All right. Oop, that's not what I'm doing. Okay, so base motor, and then now let's upload. It makes sense. The claw motor was moving, right? So, because I had it claw motor. All right. Now going back here, D should be +5, E should be -5. D. Now it's working. And then E. Cool. And then the 3 still works, and 4 still works. All right, I got 2 axes working. Let's add another one. Sorry, just trying to find my, okay. So we did the base motor. Let's now do the extend motor. So I already copied it. Now I'm going to paste it in, and we'll call this extend move ink, and then change all these like before. So it's not the base motor position, it's the extend motor position. Extend motor position, and then my new extend motor position is, this is also extend motor position. And then let's not make the mistake again. I'm going to copy this, and that should be extend motor position. And this, let's not make the mistake, this should be extend motor. All right, everything looks good to me, I think. So let's do the extend move ink. So lift, oh, you know what? I don't even have an extend. Okay. So what can I do here? What can I do here? Let's do, I'm just looking at my keyboard to see what we got. Okay, so I'm going to do ZXC. Okay. So if my letter equals Z, then I'm going to say extend move ink 5. Okay. And then right next to Z is X, so I'm going to say if my letter equals X, extend move ink -5. Cool. All right, ZX should move the extend. So let's upload this. Okay, let's turn on this. Okay, Z. It's extending. And then X. Z. It's working. All right, guys. We got one more, which is the lift motor, right? So by now, hopefully, we got the rhythm. So we have extend move ink. Let's copy this. Control C. Let's do a Control V here for not extend move ink, but lift move ink. And let's change all these up. Lift, 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 oh, right here. And then here, right, this should also be lift. All right. See, by the fourth time, it gets super easy, right? All right, so then we come down. Where's my lift stuff? Right here. Okay. So I'm going to say, so it's 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to say if my letter equals 8, I'm going to say lift move inc 5. If my letter equals 9, lift move inc minus 5. All right, so 8, 9, 8, 9. Okay. Boom. There we go. All right, let's go 8. Oh, 8. 9. 8. And it's at the max. Cool. 9, bring it back down. Sweet. All right. Okay. So now, why did we do all this? Well, now we can control everything with the keyboard in increment mode, right? So here's what I mean, right? So let's see. This is kind of hard. So 3, 4, DE, 8, 9, and ZX. Okay, so I guess my it's not very easy to remember, right? It's not really a great like game control. Like if you've ever played computer games, right? Usually the keys or the buttons make sense. Like this is kind of all random all over the place, so I need to make this a little bit easier, a little better. So I'm gonna rename some of these things because it's gonna be kind of like, we want to make it as easy to use as like a video game. So I'm just taking a look at my keyboard to see how this all works. Okay. Let's start with the first one. What if I use the corners of the keyboard? All right. So if you just look at your keyboard, QU is on the top, or QW is on the top left, right? So I'm going to make that for the claw. So Q and W. So now I know Q and W will control the claw. And then for the base, I have your top right, you have O and P next to each other, right? So I'm going to say O and P. All right, so now you can be like, okay, top left is the claw, top right is the base, is OP, and then ZX is on the bottom left. So I already have that, so so ZX is gonna be move inc, okay, and then the bottom right, we have N and M next to each other, so that's gonna be the lift motor, N and M. All right, so that will be a little easier to remember. So just look at the 4 corners of your keyboard, right? QW, OP, ZX, and let's upload this. Should be better here. Okay. Now, Q. Cool. So that's my claw. Then OP is my base. And then ZX is my extend. And then NM is my lift and stuff. All right, so at least that is okay. It's decent. It could be better. If you come up with a better, button system, please feel free to do that. So now what I want to do is use my game controls to actually go and grab this piece of cardboard. All right, and I'm gonna make it kind of hard and like put it right here. This kind of awkward position. Maybe is that even possible? Let's put it. I don't know. Let's put it here and let's see what happens. All right. So first thing I need to do is I need to move this guy back. So it's the extend, right? So let's see if I can remember. Is it Z? Okay. So Z, but that's the wrong way. So let's move back. Okay. I'm already all the way. Now I gotta rotate my base. I think it's Q. Oh, no, that's my claw. I think my base is OP, right? O? There. Okay. Okay, and I think it's a little bit high. Can I move it down? So that's NM. That's higher. I gotta go down, lower. All right. And then now it's kind of in position. I think if I extend it, I might miss it because it's too close, but let's just try. I'm going to extend now. Z. Oh, it's actually kind of working. All right, now I'm going to close my claw. Okay, do I have a good grip? I'm not sure. Let's try. Let's try a lift. Okay, if I can lift, I think it's N. Oh, I feel like this is like that arcade, at the arcade game, we're trying to grab the stuffed animals with the claw. It's kind of like that. Okay, I'm gonna come back here. Let's open the claw. Q, I think. Where is it? Okay. All right, I opened it. Let's back up. Okay, now I'm backed up, but I'm too high, so let's bring it down. Okay, and then now let's extend. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Okay, I'm gonna extend even more. Okay, so now let's see if I can close on this guy. Q. And I'm gonna keep going Q because this will squeeze it even more. Okay, here's it says that the new claw position is 190, which we all know it can't. It can only be 180 max, but our code right now it doesn't account for that. So that may be an improvement, right? Like we might want to say you're already at the max, something like that. Okay, so I have a grip on there now. I think it should be better. Let's try. I'm gonna try to lift it now. Oh, I did the base again. Oh man, these controls are messing with me. All right, so I think NM is it? Okay. Oh yes. I'm like going for the prize, guys. All right, it's lifted. Okay, now the base. Let's move the base. See if I can get this right. What is it? The OP, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm doing this, guys. Let me move the camera a little bit. Okay. So see, this is totally happening. Okay, now I'm gonna let's see if I can set it down. Okay, I'm gonna set it down so that is this way, I think. No, wrong way. Oh yeah, and then I open up. Then I'm gonna open my claw. Oh, wrong way. W. There we go. And we did it. So that was just an example of how we can control our robot arm using our keyboard now. And you see that it would have been really, really hard if we had to use the absolute thing, right? Where we had to put in the angles. But with the increment, it was super easy because we could just adjust, you know, keystroke by keystroke, just pushing the buttons on the keyboard to make it move slowly. So that's all I have today. So that's something that I recommend. So if you're able to get the increment move stuff for all the motors, try to do the same challenge, or maybe a different challenge if you want. But you can start with the same challenge, but using all the keyboard strokes. And yeah, totally. I just realized it's totally like that game in the arcade, right? When you're trying to grab those stuffed animals. Um, so in a way, you have a version of that. So have fun with that. Let me know how it goes, and I will talk to you guys later.